There are two type of people in this world. There are people that play max rarity mermails, and then there's people that never made their parents proud. It's up to you to decide which one of those people you're going to be. But in the meantime, while you're deciding, I'm going to show you my Mermail deck profile just so I can show you how upset my parents are with me. Diva just went to 2, so why the fuck would you not be playing 2 Diva? Seems pretty simple. Atlantean Prince is still at 3, so I really don't know why the hell you'd be playing it at anything other than 3. Heavy Infantry is pretty good at 2, so we're playing it at 2. Marksman is pretty good at 2 right now. Could play it at 1, but Altergeist and back row decks are pretty fucking hot right now, so it seems like a pretty good idea to play it at 2. Dragoons went to 3 a couple lists ago. Holy shit, we're playing 3 Dragoons. Seems pretty self-explanatory. If you're not, then thank fucking God you're watching this deck profile, because you needed it. Mermails, 1 gun. If you're trying to OTK, this is a really great card. 1 mander. If you're trying to make VFD, this is what you go to. It's about all you need. You don't run Pike, you don't run Turds, they don't do a whole lot. Triple Teus. Best goddamn card you can start in your hand with Dragoons. Triple Megalo, because if you don't draw a Teus, you need to draw a Megalo, or sometimes you draw both, and that's cool too. It's still pretty easy to play both of them at 3. You could play 2 Megalo, I guess, but I have 3, so I'm playing 3. It's pretty simple. We're playing 1 Lapis Dragon, 1 Mermail. Both of these are crazy extender cards. Lapis Dragon, the more I use it, the more utility I find with it. Mermail is insane if you can just get a Synchro of 7 off and summon Yahtzee, and this just extends your plays. It's like if you resolve a Yahtzee and get this out, you win the game. Like, they're hands down. To continue with the board breaking, like Triple Gamma Seal. This card's fantastic. Apollosa, IP Masquerena, and whatever the problematic card is, you just drop one of these bad boys on it, and it's no longer a problematic card. Sea Cow. Oh my fucking god, this card. Take 2 cards out of your... Okay, for people that can't read or don't know what it is, take 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. It's that good. It's all you need to know, and it can attack. So, play it. 2 Ash Blossom. You can obviously run whatever hand traps you really want to run. I guess to go with that too, I am playing the 2 Impermanents. These are the only traps that we're running. All 4 of them are the only traps that we're running. But you could do any ratio of whatever you want, but this is kind of what I had room for, and this is working quite well. And that is it for the monsters and traps, technically, so we'll do the spells. 1 Mizuchi, 1 for 1. Cut out Pot of Avarice and Monster Reborn. Playing some Spice, if you will, but not really. But these seem like fundamental staples in the deck. This can be swapped out for any of the other scales if you really want it to be, but I'm so used to playing Mizuchi, and Mizuchi seems to be pretty good, so we're keeping it Mizuchi. Double Instant Fusion. This card's fantastic. It has so much versatility. You could play like Mind Control or, I mean, obviously tons of other stuff, but I love Instant Fusion. 3 is, it seems like a bit much. Norden is gone, RIP to the homie, but unfortunately the 2 targets that I have are, one's more of an extender, one's more of a board breaker, but we'll get into the extra deck here in a minute. Triple Pot of Extravagance. The card says draw 2. You're not incredibly reliant on your extra deck, and I have kind of tweaked mine around a little bit to play around with the Pot of Extravagance, and it seemed to work quite well. So draws 2 cards, so I don't know what more you need. And then 3, Call by the Grave. Joel Unlock is becoming hot again this format, especially with Spiral sucking all the dick that it's sucking. So we have to play something to stop that. Also, single Ash on our Diva just completely shits on all of our deck's plays. So you got to be able to stop hand traps. And if you go first, this is just essentially another strike or what have you when your opponent's trying to combo off. So it's pretty good. We'll go into the extra deck. For the links, we're playing 1 Link Karibu, 2 Miss Starboy, and 1 Lyceum. Realistically, you could be playing 2 of this and 1 Miss Starboy, but because of the extravagance, I had to play what I had, and this works out just fine. I mean, you're trying to OTK. Either way, this is just the more, I would say, generically gone into card now that it exists, but I'll pick one up eventually. But Miss Starboy does the exact same thing as far as pushing for games, so not a big deal. The 2 Instant Fusion targets, we're playing 1000 Eyes, 1 Rare Fish. Again, going second, breaking boards, or just a combo extender to get into your rank 4 plays, or to make Abyssalacia. I am opting the Rare Fish over Mud Dragon because he is a fish, and does technically allow you to go into Abyssalacia if need be. I know it's a super minor detail, but it does theoretically come up, so 1 Brionic, 1 Coral Dragon, 1 Yahtzee, and 1 White Aura Whale. These are both fantastic because more times than not you're making a level 6 synchro play. Yahtzee and White Aura Whale are just like heavy synchro monsters that if you can get up into, you're typically winning if you make any of these. So synchros have got a fantastic point in the game now, especially with Lapis Dragon, Mermail, and Diva all being way more viable in my opinion. We are doing 2 Abyss Dweller just because of the extravagance. You want to always make sure that you theoretically have at least one of these to go into, 1 Abyss Gaios, and 2 VFD. Actually, that could be tweaked around a little bit, but for what I need it to do, it works quite well, and I'm running doubles on, or doubling up on cards that I want to be able to make sure that I typically have, but it ran incredibly smoothly. Last night I went 3-0 with the deck. Played a mirror match round 1, 2-0'd him. I played Altergeist round 2, and the Altergeist player is pretty solid. I beat him 2-1, and then I 2-0'd a Necros player on a misplay on his behalf, but the deck does what the deck is supposed to do, so can't really argue. I'll do the side real quick. Triple Nibiru, pretty standard. Triple Droll Lock, Spiral, Necros, anything that's relying on adding, comboing off, it's pretty good against. Triple Twin Twister, you know, keep winning tournaments so I can get my last 2 ultis. But cards, I obviously I hate the discard cost, where Cosmic doesn't require this, but this is just much more detrimental to back row decks. And I mean, whether you're clearing scales for Pendulum or just pushing to break back row for Altergeist or Guru, what have you, it seems like the better card. Triple Chalice, being able to stop Dweller. I'm sorry, Jesus. Dweller shits on this deck, so, and this shits on Dweller. So obviously it has other versatility in the deck as well. Going first, you can set it, do what have you, but I've just found that Chalice is always a phenomenal side deck card. 2 evenly and the 1 red reboot just to solidify going second. I really hate that this went to 1. I get why, but also at the same point in time, damn, I really liked it when this card was at 3. Going second decks were really good. Obviously, triple Raigeki Storm, working on getting 3, but the card just came out and no one at my locals has pulled 1, so, and it just jumped up in price, so we might just bite the bullet and have to order 3, but that card is a godsend, so once I get 3 of those, we'll definitely be squeezing that into the profile. Not hard to justify making room for a Raigeki / Harpy's Feather Duster all-in-one card. So, yeah, that's the profile for now. Appreciate you guys watching, and fucking build Mermails and start playing that shit.